Hello Taurus, and welcome to your monthly horoscope for March. This is for the Sun or the Ascendant. Now what I'm going to do is give you a brief overview of the key highlights. Then please stay with me because I will dive deep and give you in forensic detail the inside track of what to expect. So the key thing we need to look at this month is not just the lunar phases, it's the role of your ruler, which is the glorious Venus. Venus gives you that appreciation of the good things in life, whether it's a very aesthetic way of living, a very earthy way of living, or a more glamorous appreciation of life's luxuries. But Venus allies with Mars for the whole of this month. So that's a really powerful combination. And of course they were together from the 6th of February too in the sign of Capricorn, which for you is about widening your horizons, travel, appreciation of different cultures. And that whole journey comes up to a high point on the 3rd of this month when they go alongside Pluto. So a fated conversation, a fated moment is possible around the 3rd. But we also have Venus and Mars then moving into your sector of success on the 6th and continuing their alliance, and that can be very positive for you as well. On the 2nd, we have a new moon which embraces the glorious, uplifting and fortunate energy of Jupiter. But the full moon of the 18th also has Jupiter in the picture in a positive way. There may be the need to manage your time on the back of the full moon, because the key here, Taurus, is that quite a few people are going to want a piece of you, and we can't please all of the people all of the time. So you can see there's some very positive themes developing for you here. We have the spring equinox on the 20th, which can be a moment when perhaps you want to throttle back a little bit, and there is some challenges to Uranus that come from both Venus and Mars, but I'll tell you more about those shortly. But if you are new to my channel, I'd be honoured if you would subscribe. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. Every time I drop a video from YouTube, you'll get an alert. Also, if you'd like to get your free written daily horoscope fired to your device each morning, you can do so by subscribing on the link beneath this video. I've been writing these for over 25 years, and it would be lovely to have you with me. And finally, if you've yet to ascend Zodiac Astrology and embrace natal astrology, and you'd like to discover more, you can take advantage of my special package and get a 12-month forecast and my character analysis, and 30% off by seeing the link beneath this video. This is based on your time, date and place of birth, totally unique to you, and will give you Syrian insights right into the start of 2023. So Taurus, as we begin this month, we have the Sun, Jupiter and also Neptune all in the sign of Pisces. Now, of course, this is a water sign. How does that work with an earth sign like yours? Well, earth is the bottom of the river. It's the river bed, and that carries water. So you actually conduct water energy really very positively. And at the very start of this month, the Sun is so tightly aligned to Jupiter, they're side by side. And that goes on through the first 9 days of this month. But it also encapsulates the new moon of the 2nd. The 11th house, where the Sun, Jupiter and Neptune are, is about friendship. It's about our highest hopes. It's about our more spiritual destination. It's about reaching for the stars. It's not so much about the material world. So if there's something that you really would like to bring into your world, really set your intentions on the 2nd, because with the fortunate energies of Jupiter so close by, there is a much more increased opportunity to bring into reality what you so hope for. But there's more than that, because Uranus, the planet of change, which has been having such a dramatic impact on you over the last few years, that's also feeding into this new moon very positively as well. And for you, that's about being totally authentically yourself. So maybe some friends, associates are going to be coming into your world this month who are understanding the new you. And if you've got out of your world through a desire to get to the truth of what the best relationships for you can be, through Venus and Mars conjunction, through February from the 6th through to the end of the month in the sign of Capricorn, that process comes up to the boil on the 3rd when they go side by side with Pluto. Pluto can tease out the truth, even when it's hidden. It's relentless. It's not an influence we can control either. We can work with it. The Sun forges a brilliant link with Pluto this month from the 16th to the 20th, and that's a wonderful time to examine new ideas, new philosophies, new educational possibilities that can really affect your long-term future in a positive way. And yes, you can consciously make the decision to use Pluto. But if we resist Pluto's push for change, because you are a fixed sign which likes continuity, and of the 4 fixed signs of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio and Aquarius, the most inclined to stay with what you know, I think that this can be a critical point on the 3rd, because the combination of your ruler Mars and Pluto and their very energetic and charismatic connection, your sex appeal is really going to be on the proverbial roids. But it may be someone in your group that's really attracting you, or a type of person that's not in your world at the moment that you can really put it out there to the universe to bring into your world. Really believe that lovely and better things are possible. You may not get everything you want, but if you don't ask for them, you might not get any of those things. So believe in the process. Now, on the 6th, Venus and Mars move into your sector of success. So your relationships in the professional context really come sharply into focus. There is going to be a pinch point on the 19th when Venus squares with Uranus. You may feel that someone's laying on the charm, but actually it's all for their benefit. And the new, much more outspoken you that started to be ventilated and articulated with Uranus's help in recent years could see you see that it is someone laying it on thick in order to get something for their benefit, and you may resist it. Equally, in a relationship situation, maybe you feel that a partner is trying to have too much control or power over you. If that was a serious issue in your relationship, as Mars clashes, Mars, the planet of sex and desire, with Uranus in your sign, that's from the 18th to the 27th, that could bring a long-standing feud really into the open in a very abrasive and cutting and quite a visceral way. It just depends on your unique situation. But on the 10th, Mercury moves into Pisces too. I can only be honest, when COVID started, Mercury was in retrograde in Pisces, and at the start of 2019, we also had a midpoint conjunction between the Sun and the Moon and Neptune. And, you know, Neptune, gases, things that are hard to see, you know, all that kind of stuff. And that all fitted in with how things weren't managed very effectively at the start of the process, whether it was information, whether it was the freedom of movement, whether you believe in restraining that or not is entirely for your personal take. But Mercury is very blurry in the sign of Pisces. But for you, it's good because it's about friendship and it's about trying to have clarity about what you want for that future. Now you know that Mercury isn't its detriment in Pisces. It will just make you a little bit more sensitive that if any friends do come in, not all of them are going to be for the long term. Some of them could just be ships passing in the night. But on the 18th, we have that full moon. And that full moon's in your sister Earth sign of Virgo. And that's very much about your need to express your individuality, your need to get your needs met romantically. Whereas where the Sun and Jupiter are is very much about the collective. So it's about a toggle, trying to get a better alignment between what you need for yourself and what you're doing for others. If you're someone who's very focused on your long-term plans, it could be that friends are reminding you, hey, when was the last time I saw you, even if it was on Zoom. If you're someone who's very closely aligned to your friends but you're in a relationship, a partner may be saying, look, we need to do some stuff together. And if you resist that, that very corrosive right angle between Mars and Uranus could see some very strident arguments. And that brings us to the spring equinox of the 20th. The Sun then pitches into a much more reflective part of your chart, and it's followed by Mercury on the 27th. So you can see the latter part of this month can see you just withdrawing a little bit, not entirely, because you're still going to have Venus and Mars in very prominent parts of your situation. It could be for a single Taurus that you could meet someone romantically through your work, or perhaps through a professional situation, a conference. If things are opening up again, as we hope they will, that's something that could be very exciting for you. But I think what the Pisces energy was doing for you was giving you a lot of hope. What the Sun moving into Aries is doing is saying, take that hope, but align it also to your sixth sense. So trust your psychic antenna to guide you. And if you do that as you come into the end of this month, this can be a time when you really embrace things like some healing, some therapies. You know, a lot of those things have not been so freely available. Whether it's a good pamper, whether it's a haircut, whether it's going to a spa centre, whether it's having a massage, or whether it's having some chiropractic or osteopathy. These things could really call out to you towards the end of this month. But what a glorious month for you, Taurus. A real opportunity to hope and think and know that things are getting better for you personally. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Stay safe. Goodbye for now.